To discuss what else has been making headlines this morning, broadcaster Olly Mann and journalist Alibhai-Brown. Great to see both of you. I mean, if we can just stick with Obama, you know, they've been talking about this special bond, obviously very reinforced last night by what the Queen was saying as well. They've been playing ping pong together. It's kind of gone back to the sort of Clinton-Blair days, isn't it?
A little bit. I mean, yeah, maybe they'd like to redact George W. Bush from the history of international visits. Yes. I mean, none of that awkwardness of watching him in the state occasions is there. I mean, Obama looks really confident and comfortable, which, when you consider how this sort of footage might play in America, I mean, looking at the palace and their dinner there, it sort of looks a bit like a kind of Tudor banquet compared to what they're used to seeing.
Yeah, it actually seems pretty genuine. You know, I think, you know, there is a genuine respect there, it would seem, unless they're very, very good actors.
Well, Obama cleverly put in the hours with David Cameron when he was just the leader of the opposition.
He did.
I think that probably counts for quite a lot, actually, that he made the effort. But the Americans aren't going to care about him and Cameron, are they? It's all about the Queen. And of course, Prince William and Catherine.
Indeed,
but
yes.
you know, you can put on a very good act. I'm sorry, I'm very cynical about these things. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because people always say to me, well, what would you rather have, an elected head of state? And I'd say, well, yes, Obama, whom we all love so much. There are alternatives.
No, that's true. That's very true. Could have been a diplomatic incident yesterday, though. It was very, very windy indeed.
Oh, that was extraordinary,
and I have to say,
I love that.
You know, really, Michelle Obama did incredibly well.
Did her best to hold
she
her
was
dignity.
holding down her skirt and she did very well. But do you know what Princess Diana used to say? The Queen's not bothered. But what the royals do, apparently, is that in the hems of their dresses, they sew... Well, they don't. Somebody does. Lead pellets that holds it down. Yeah, seriously, that's what Diana used to do, so you don't have the embarrassment of the kind of Marilyn Monroe moment.
They should just go... Camilla should have stood there with her hands in the air and just let it happen then,
no,
shouldn't it?
What a horrible thought!
What a trick that would be.
I know.
But, I mean, she's so cool. Michelle doesn't get phased by anything.
No, she just held down. It was absolutely fine. Also, the boys were bonding, the women were bonding as well. You know, they're sitting in the kitchen, Michelle and Sam Cam. Have we look at this one here? I'm sorry it's such a tiny picture, but you can actually see there, that's them in the kitchen. The newly refurbished number 10 kitchen.
Very nice.
But
is
done it there,
isn't it?
Yes, I know it is, but done at their own expense, we should say.
The thing is, though, right, they come here, they do these photo shoots, and the photo shoots are important because that's how we learn the story. But I wonder if you spend all day doing photo shoots...
Do you ever talk?
Do you ever talk?
Well, today's when they're going to do the serious business.
I mean, we're taking this action in Libya together. Have a proper conversation.
I would quite have liked, you know, to see the men in the kitchen and the ladies playing ping pong, I think. That would have been quite an interesting...
You're quite right. Now, look, this ash cloud, you know, if you're going away this weekend, you're trying to sort yourself out, everybody's so frustrated. Almighty dust-up is happening because the airlines are getting furious, Ryanair in particular, because, you know, they're quite fond of a bobby, they're quite fond of money, and they're getting very cross at the fact that it is actually going to cost a fortune. But more than that, you know, half-term in many places, half-term next week in many places, people want to know what they've got to do.
And it's changing.
You know?
It's changing all the time.
I know.
The message is changing all the time. But, you know, you think poor Iceland must have some ancient curse upon it.
I know.
There's something awful happens there all the time.
I love the fact that everyone suddenly becomes an expert in volcanoes.
It's hilarious.
And the politicians even say, this won't happen next year. This will be it, it'll be fine. It's like, it's a volcano. If it could erupt for the next 2,000 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't say that.
But it is sad when people want to get away and they've saved up and they've paid up, and I hope they can get away and come back, I guess.
Now, look, Ryan Giggs played football last night.
Yes.
Didn't score. They got beat 2-1. It was a friendly game, wasn't it?
Testimonial
game, yeah, for Gary Neville.
Testimonial means that?
Testimonial means it's for the player, so the player can get a nice wee amount of money as he retires to open a pub or do whichsoever he wants to do.
Yeah. So nice that he turned up for that. Although it would have actually been even worse for him from a PR point of view, maybe if he didn't turn up for that.
Something for Gary Neville,
yeah,
no, absolutely.
But according to the Mirror, and this is all, you know, gossip basically, his wife hurled off her wedding ring.
Oh, really?
We know that he didn't turn up for training, so obviously there is some strain showing there, as it would be, actually, just because it's all been the national joke that people have been gossiping about, this alleged affair. It doesn't mean that it's not his life.
No, they're not cartoons. They're real people, and that poor woman and their kids and their family, and you know, his dad has been saying he's disappointed in his son, allegedly, and all of that, which is pretty bad. Right, Marmite, yeah, either love it or hate it. It's been banned in Denmark, I believe.
Well, yeah, so the story goes. Well, it's true, it has. Apparently, Denmark has this thing that if a product has added vitamins, fortified with added vitamins, it has to come off the shelf.
But no Ovaltine.
They don't have Ovaltine either?
No, Ovaltine is banned, and Horlicks. I mean, what's the world coming to?
And no Marmite?
Well, it just smacks to me a little bit like someone from Marmite might have sent this story forward.
Never. Never.
I know, I'm giving you the inside perspective here, viewers. But I do sort of think nothing makes you want something more
than if you're not allowed to have it.
Yeah.
You could smuggle it into Denmark. Yeah. How brave.
Because they did that with salad cream, do you remember?
Exactly.
There was a big campaign about salad cream started by them.
You know, there'll be these online campaigns now. Bring Marmite back to Denmark.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you very much indeed. As always, we want to know what you think about the stories we have been discussing. What products would you like to see banned from our shelves and why? Maybe it's something like, I mean, I love Cadbury's cream eggs, but maybe it'd be good if they didn't come out because then I wouldn't eat so many of them. You know, that kind of thing.
Well, at least they're seasonal. If you're going to pick a chocolate, pick one that only comes out for 6 weeks a year.
They come out in January sometimes, but they are amazing. I love them.